Welcome to EstateCast. I'm Robert Newman. Our goal at EstateCast is to educate and inform you about estate planning and how it can give you and your loved ones a peace of mind. Today's topic is about letters of instruction, what they are, and why they're important to your estate plan. A letter of instruction can be a beneficial piece in estate planning. It's an informal document that will give your loved ones important information about personal and financial matters after your death. Letters of instructions are not legally binding and do not replace your need for a will or a living trust. However, it can be a nice complement to those documents. The informal nature allows you to create the letter on your own and change it whenever necessary. It's important to keep the letter up to date, however, as circumstances change over time. Let's take a look at some of the information that may be included in a letter of instruction. First, you have funeral and burial arrangements. The first thing you may want to include in your letter of instructions is information about your funeral and burial arrangements. To be sure, you want to include any plans you've already made and what your wishes are, as this can be a very beneficial document to grieving family members. Information about the type of funeral services you'd like, including who should officiate the service, and special things to be included like musical selections and passages of reading can be a part of your letter of instruction. If you prefer to be cremated rather than buried, please make sure to include that in your letter if it is not already included in your will documents. Another helpful inclusion would be a list of people you want to be contacted when you pass and their contact information if you have it available. You may also include your wishes for donations to specific charities in your memory. The second items you want to put into your letter of instruction is about financial information. Information about your bank accounts, assets you hold title to, and any other accounts can greatly help family members when trying to carry out the provisions of your estate plan. Be sure to include names and phone numbers of professionals who can help locate your documents or who help put together your plan. The location of other documents, other important documents, should also be included in this letter of instructions. These can include, but are not limited to, birth certificates, Social Security information, account statements, marriage license, divorce documents, and military paperwork. In addition, be sure to leave behind information related to mortgages and other debts, as well as obligations that are owed to you. The third thing would be digital information. These days, many of our accounts have transitioned to the digital world. Therefore, leaving behind information about your digital assets in your letter of instruction becomes very, very important. This should include usernames and passwords for digital accounts, social media accounts, and the devices themselves. And if you have verification, a two-party verification, which is now very popular in many accounts, also leave the information as to where the two-party verification is going to go to. Give access to your emails, your email address, or to your cell phone so that they can do the actual verification. It's important not to leave family members guessing on this type of information. And finally, there's personal items. Personal items can be a source of great contention among family members when a loved one dies. Often the litigation or the stress related to someone passing away is not about the highly expensive items, it's about the sentimental personal items. A letter of instruction can provide details about who will receive personal effects, including collections, important items, and other items that you may not have monetary value, but have sentimental value. In this section, you can also include information about the care of your pets that you may leave behind. Now, if you've gone to an experienced estate planning attorney, they've also advised you about doing something regarding a pet trust, so that you have not just who's going to care for your pet, but also setting aside some resources for them, but we could talk about that another time. This section of your letter may also include personal statements about your wishes and hopes for the future and can address specific family members. A letter of instruction can be a very, very great source of peace and comfort to your family members in their time of grief. It can be difficult to think about getting started on a letter of this nature, as none of us really like to think about our own death. However, if you consider the items to include and create a plan, a letter of instruction can often write itself. Taking this step can alleviate much stress and many family squabbles about what you leave behind. A letter of instruction is an important piece of your overall estate plan and should be written with the help of your attorney, your estate planning attorney, to make sure the letter complements and does not contradict your estate plan. I hope you've learned something new today. As always, if you want additional information or to discuss your own estate plan, call us at 301-892-2713, 301-892-2713, or you can reach us at our website, which is www.estatecast.com, www.estatecast.com. We know that life is precarious. Our goal is to give you peace of mind by living with your bags packed. We never know what tomorrow may bring, so let's get prepared.